Hey guys, welcome back. We are now going to start working on the finishing of the afghan here. And what I have done is a portion of the finishing here, and we are now going to start joining our blocks A and B. And I've already started doing that. So what you're going to do is look at the diagram that is given to you here on the site, and I'm hoping that you're following along there. And you're going to do this by taking the squares. So you have a right side and you have a wrong side. So what you're going to do is take the two right sides and you're going to put them together. And then you're going to start at your right side. And I'm going to zoom in a bit here so you can see the stitches. And you're going to start working your joining process. You know you have your 3 single crochet here in each corner. Well, you're going to start working your joining on that first single crochet of the 3. You have 1, 2, and 3. So depending on which way you're counting, if you're going this direction, if you're going that direction, then it's going to be this first one, not this first one, okay? So you're going to insert your hook and your yarn through both of these loops, and then the same stitch on the other side here. So you're actually going to have 4 loops here, okay? So that's how we're going to do our joining process. But you want to make sure that both fronts are touching each other. So now I'm going to back up, and these are already joined up. Okay, but they're joined up going according to the pattern. We're working in the vertical direction first, and then we'll work horizontally last once we get all of them joined vertically. Okay, so these are done first. Now keep in mind that once you flip this over, you want the pattern to look like the diagram on the site. So you're doing it backwards. So keep that in mind, okay? So where I started off here is in the corner, right corner, and where you're joined is going to be your first stitch. And then you're going to make a total of 15 single crochet, and then in between the join here, you're going to do a chain 1, and then you're going to start at that next first single crochet here. And then you're going to do another 15 single crochet, and then when you start to join your next 2 squares, you're going to do another chain 1. And keep in mind, you're alternating your squares. If you see how I alternated, you want the matching squares to be diagonally, or diagonal of each other, okay? So now what we're going to do is, you can look here like square A is here, square B is here. So now you want to take your next 2 and put them together. And when you join them here, you want to make sure that the opposites, once you open them up, are going to be at opposites. So when you open them up, you want to make sure that square A is up here, not side by side here. So I'm going to scooch this down a bit and get my yarn out of the way. So I've already chained up my 1 here. So now what you want to do is you want to locate your first stitch over here, not down here. And zoom in just a tad bit more here for you. So now what you want to do is find your first stitch. So if you see your first stitch here in your corner, and you may have to stretch it out a bit, you've got 1, 2, and 3. So you want to go into that stitch. You want to bring this one over and find the single crochet here. So 1, 2, and 3. Grab your yarn, move that out of the way. So 1, 2, 3. You want to go into that third one as well. Let me make sure. I want to start at this corner. So it's 1. I gotta make sure here. 1. Yes, this one right here. Right there. Okay? So just make sure you have it in the right stitch. They can be a little tricky to see. So now once you've got that prepared, you want to grab your yarn, pull through, and you want to work up a single crochet. Make sure you tighten that corner, okay? You want to get that corner tight. So that's going to be your first stitch. Now you're going to work through your next 2 stitches. That's going to be 2. And now you're going to work a total of 15 all the way across. Okay? So that's 2, 3, 4. I want to make sure they match up. 5, 6, 7, 8. Let me make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and the last one, which is your 15, if you did your stitch count correctly, you're going to end up in the center single crochet of that next corner. Every corner is going to have 3 single crochet in this blue round, or whatever last round you did on the finishing round of your square. So that round is going to have 3 single crochet, so your last stitch needs to be in that center crochet. So you do not finish off here. So let me back up a little bit. You do not finish off here. So now you're just going to slide this down. Go ahead and chain your 1. Always chain that 1. Now you're going to grab 2 squares again. Put the 2 right sides together. Now you want to make sure that once you open this up, that these are not going to match here, okay? So now you want to do these this way, okay? So now you're just going to move your yarn out of the way, and now we're going to do this process again. So now you're going to look very closely. 1, 2, 3. So you're going to find that first stitch there. 1, 2, 3, and find that first stitch here. So go through both stitches, pull through for a single crochet. Make sure you tighten that up. And I'll zoom back down for you a little bit here. Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and the last one's going to be in the center, so that's going to be 15. So now you're just going to lay this out. You're going to chain 1, and then you're going to do that again. Okay, so now each row across vertically, you're going to have 5. Okay, so you're going to do one more row here. So if I lay it out just like this, you're going to have 5 across. And then once you do that, you finish off. Then you're going to scooch this up, and then you're just going to start your next row. Okay, make sure that it's opposite. Make sure that you have the opposite here. Okay, so if you have a square A, you want a square B. So just join them all the way across, and you want to do that procedure until all of your squares have been joined vertically. So I'm going to finish this process up, And once I have finished that up, I will join you back, and then we will join together going horizontally, and I will show you how to get started with that. So I will meet you up once I get to that point. So until then, just keep joining these squares vertically, and I will meet you back up once I'm at that point. See you there. Alright guys, now I have already turned my piece. As you know, we were working joining this way. Well, now we are working joining this way, but I have already switched my piece over. Now I'm already connected all of them going both directions, all but this last row. So now I'm going to join this last row with you, and basically it's the same exact way that we were joining as we were when I left you, only you're going the opposite direction. But basically when you flipped your piece, you're just going the same direction. At the end of the day, it's all the same. So basically you're just going to finish up now. You're just going to join up this last row here, and it's just the same. You're just going to join here into that first corner with a single crochet, and then you're just going to join in to the next 14 with a single crochet as well. So then you're just going to count a total of 15 single crochet. If I can get my hook started. So you're just going to go all the way over. Let's see, so I have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 so far. So that's 5. And getting them right here correctly in these ones where you have joined is a little bit of a trip. You may have to take it out and recount your stitches here. I know I've done it a couple times, but it'll kind of fool you as to which one's the correct stitch. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And let's look. That should be the 6, 7, hopefully. 8. Let's see if this works. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and then this last one, 15. Now, as you know that we've already joined going up and down here. Well, if you turned it around, it's going across. So now you're just going to do your chain 1, and you're going to jump over, and then you're just going to connect in these next 2 stitches here for your first single crochet. Make sure you pull that snug because you want to close up that space there. And then you're just going to start your 14 or your total of 15 single crochet. So that first one is going to count as your first. So then you're just going to have a total of 15 across each joining of 2 squares. And don't forget to do that chain 1 as you go across each one. Okay, so I'm going to finish up my last row here. And then once you get to the end, you want to fasten off, and as soon as I do that here at this end, I'll be back with you and we will do the border. Alright, now that we have completed the seaming of each square and row, we are now going to work on the edging and the border. So what I've done is I have flipped it over. So as you can tell, we have flipped it over because the stand up edges that we have done where we seamed is on the other side. I have also tucked in all of my loose ends, or the best I could, but as you pull your corners out a little bit and stretch them back into shape, you're probably going to find some extra loose ends. You'll have to work those in later. So now you're going to add your color, whichever color you choose that's going to be, and it's still going to be my turquoise color. So now what you're going to do is I'm going to pull my blanket down a little bit, and I'm going to start right here in the center. What you're going to do now to do your edging is you're going to pick a seam to start at, okay? And I'm going to start back with my J hook now, because I want my edging to be a little thicker. what you're going to do is start at a seam, okay? So what you're going to do is start in the stitch where your seam is at. And as we do the edging, you're going to jump over all of your seams, okay? So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to work right into the, make sure you have your right side facing, and you're going to join with a double crochet to the first stitch after the seam, okay? So that's going to be this stitch here. So I'm just going to join with a slip stitch, and then I'm just going to chain 3. That's the easiest way to start off with a double crochet. Alright, and then in the next stitch you want to do a single crochet, and then you're just going to single crochet all the way across in each stitch until you get to the next stitch. And remember, you're trying to maintain those 15 stitches. So it's going to be 15 from corner to corner, that is. So make sure you go back and count. And I'm going to do that because sometimes these joining stitches where we did the light blue round here will get you kind of messed up. But I'm just showing you how to do the border for now. So I will go back and check and make sure for this round once I get you going. Okay, so once you get to that corner stitch right here where you see you joined your seam, you're going to put a double crochet in that stitch. You're going to jump the seam, and then in that next corner stitch where that seam joins, you're also going to put a double crochet. Alright, and then you're just going to start making those single crochet into these next stitches. Okay? So no big deal. You're just doing double crochet there in the corners, and then you're just working single crochet across. And then once we get to the 4 corners, you're just going to do that just a tad bit different, but no big deal at all. So you will have 2 separate rows that you will be working up for your border. So I'm going to finish this here, get to this corner. And so now we're at this next seam. So in this stitch you want to put a double crochet here, skip your seam, and in this next available stitch put another double crochet there as well. Then you'll pick up your single crochet here. Okay, and make sure from center or from corner to corner you want to make sure to keep those 15 single crochet coming. Alright, so then once you get to the outer corner stitch, let me make sure. It says to double crochet into the outer corner. You're going to put 3 single crochet in the outer corner stitch, okay? Actually, so what you're going to do is you're going to put 3 stitches into this last stitch of that corner. So you have 3 stitches here on that corner. On the outer corner you want to make sure you put 3. So then you turn, and then you just start working your single crochet until you come up to your seams again, and then you're just going to work up that double crochet on each side of your seam, and then you're just going to pick up your double or your single crochet again. Okay? So there's nothing difficult. Just make sure you do your counting of your single crochet. So again, we're here at our seam, so you want to put in a double crochet on this side of your seam, and then in this side of your seam as well you want to put a double crochet, and then pick up your singles and then work across. And then once you get to your next corner, which is all the way down here at the other end, on the outermost corner you want to put your 3 singles, okay? And that's going to give you your round look. Alright, so go ahead and complete that all the way around this whole entire row, and once I reach that point myself, I'll be back with you to show you the finishing row of the border. And I'll meet you up. Alright guys, we've gone all the way around now with our one color, and now what it wanted us to do was fasten off and join with A, which is in my case white, so I did go ahead and join with that white with a single crochet. So you can join to any single crochet with a single crochet. You are going to single crochet around, and you're going to put 2 single crochet in each outer crochet at the corners, okay? So where we put the 3 single crochet here in the corner, you are going to put 2 single crochet, and then you're just going to join back up here and you're going to fasten off. So we're just going to start single crocheting, and you're going to also do a single crochet in each double crochet, and that is all that we will be doing for this beautiful little afghan. You will want to go around once you have fastened off with this last row, and you will want to work off any of your loose ends once again, which I have done a couple of times already, but they do seem to pop up again as you stretch and get everything worked into place. So again, just work a single crochet in the tops of each single and double crochet. Make sure when you get to the 3 singles here in each of the 4 corners, you put 2 in that stitch, and you will have to do that a total of 4 times. Okay, so I am going to continue to work mine, and as soon as I get it completed I will come back and give you a quick view. Other than that, I will see you once this is totally completed. So go ahead and work on yours, and I will meet you back up at the end of this round. Okay guys, you are looking at the finished product. I have it hung here over my banister where you can pretty much get a good view of it. It is all complete with the 2 rows of border, and it looks just adorable. So I am sure yours looks just as beautiful, and I'm hoping to see lots of pictures of finished products of you guys doing this afghan, as it's still brand new to Red Heart. And if you look on their site, I believe it is the pattern of the month, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I do believe it is. But again, it is a beautiful, beautiful pattern. I will be doing one in a girl pattern color as well, but the first one I did is for a boy. And you see it just turned out really, really great. I am extremely happy with it. So this is the finished product. So I hope you guys do choose to do one. And if you do, please make sure to post it. You can go to my Facebook, and it will be in the link below this video. You can share it with me, and I will be happy to see it. So until next video guys, happy hooking!